So if you're thinking about making the move to Chicago but don't know where to begin, this video is for you. A lot of people get so stressed doing all of this research and they still end up missing this incredibly important piece that just ruins their experience. Moving doesn't have to be difficult, so if you're ready to trade your stress for excitement, then well, I've got 5 tips for you that you're not going to want to miss, and stay tuned because the last one I've saved the best for last. Hey, what's good YouTube? This is Svalesen, your local guide to all things Chicago, and in today's video, I'm going to show you the best way to make your move as easy as possible. So if you want to know more about the secrets in living in Chicago or catch me on an exclusive live tour, be sure to smash that subscribe button so that you never miss a thing. I also want to make sure that you guys know that there's some great resources down in the description below. Either you're a renter, seller, or buyer, be sure to check those out and give yourself an advantage. Whenever I make these videos, I have to understand that there really is never a one-size-fits-all solution to people. So if there is something you think that I missed, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. So starting with number 1, you gotta know your location. Now your location will make or break your time in Chicago, absolutely. So many people might recommend you live in Lakeview or even Lincoln Park. Now they're both two great outstanding areas, but if you're not into the demographic or the busy scene, you could end up in an area you just don't feel comfortable in. Now, if transportation is super important, either with a vehicle or public transit, there are ways to maximize your coverage and convenience by choosing the right location. People often want to live near work or school and oftentimes undervalue the robust public transportation system of Chicago. Amenities of the city can be often overlooked. I live in Streeterville right now, and while Navy Pier may just be seen as a tourist hotspot, it's one of my favorite places to spend a Saturday afternoon. Number 2, you gotta know your timeline. For renters, most people will tell you that you should probably start looking for a place within 30 days before you decide to move to Chicago, and I'm here to tell you that it's probably the worst advice that anyone has ever given anyone. Period. If you're planning on moving, regardless if it's from out of the city or within the city, it's actually best to start looking at least 3 months in advance. Most people won't tell you this. Now for buyers, timing means everything, especially when you take into consideration the seasons, the time it takes for pre-approvals, and the rising interest rates. I will say that for myself, most buyers that I help begin their buying process at least a year in advance. For sellers, this one's a little bit tricky because everyone, including realtors, like to place way too much emphasis on timing the market. It doesn't work, I'm telling you guys. The market is an ever-evolving term that changes so frequently, it's bad practice to use anything beyond 3 to 6 months as data. Number 3, you gotta know your criteria. You gotta know exactly how much space it is you need, what your musts are in terms of home requirements. Think benefits, not features. Like, you may pay extra for a balcony, but if it's facing the wrong direction for your plants, it might not be as valuable as you think. For buyers, have a clear understanding of what your budget is. And also, if you're financing, what types of grants and leverage you have to get you the best deal possible. You'd be really surprised just to know how much money is left on the table for people when they go into things like this blind. Now for sellers, whether it's a 1031 exchange, a fix and flip, a short sale, or even a trade up, it's important to understand the entire process from start to finish so that you can adjust your expectations. I think the biggest problem right now that I'm seeing is when people, they purchase a home, the sellers don't have a solid plan of action afterwards, and they end up living in a temporary housing situation for months. Number 4, know your environment. Now, there are just so many beautiful areas in Chicago that you will pay top dollar to be in, but you'll also have the confidence in knowing that there won't be many changes value-wise, and generally, they're a lot safer for investment. Now, there are also areas in Chicago that, that might be priced too highly based on outside factors, like the suburbs during coronavirus, or the opposite. An area might be underpriced because it isn't having as much exposure, like much of the south side. The key to controlling as much as you can about the environment comes from knowing the information that it produces. Things like park developments, school developments, all matter when you're choosing a place to live. Now for renters, finding the right environment that suits your lifestyle and purpose will help exploring the city so much more easy and approachable. This is a wonderful city, but it can be a bit much if you take too big of a bite. For my buyers and investors, local city ordinances brought up by aldermen could bring, beautiful parks or other amenities that can directly affect the trajectory of your property value. Likewise, current absorption rate will help dictate what a fair market offer is on a home, regardless of what you might find on, say, Zillow or Trulia. Now, for my sellers, the hard truth is that just so many factors can affect the value of your home if you aren't in line with current events and market reports. A home sold on your corner of your block can decrease your home value or increase it substantially, so if you don't take the proper steps to ensure the data is used properly, you could miss out on the big thing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our final tip just so happens to be the most important one. But before I get into that, I just want to take a second and share some love and appreciation for all of you lovely people out there letting me help you streamline your real estate process in Chicago. Ever since I started my channel, I've been getting phone calls, emails, texts, pretty much from people all over the world looking to move or relocate here, and I've been absolutely loving it. So this is a relationship business, and I love you all like family. So if you're out there, if you're thinking of making some moves, be it renting, buying, selling, check out my contact info down below in the description. And so finally, number 5, consult with an expert. I'm serious, guys. You gotta lean on the knowledge of a local expert who has years of experience in the area and the direct field that you're gonna be dealing with. And I wouldn't ask a chef to do surgery on me, would you? The biggest keyword being local. An expert needs to be local to the area that you're wanting to live in, because understanding the nuances of the city can take years. It's truly an experience of a lifetime, so you don't want to trust the most important decision of your life on some part-timer. And those years of experience leads to wisdom, and wisdom comes from making mistakes and learning from them. Like for me, I once rented an apartment in a great area in town. It was nearly half the price of nearby units, bigger in space, and just perfect on pen and paper. The big mistake that I made was I didn't take a look at the utility bill of the place, because with that included, it made my apartment way more expensive than anything else in the block. So if you're going to be looking at renting a place, your realtor can pull up that information and give you the proper information you need to make the right move. So how do you get all this stuff to work? Well, it all starts with a consultation. And a consultation is just a simple meet and greet, virtually or online or in person, that really helps with the discovery of your wants and your needs. Then we go through the entire process from start to finish so that you're well aware of each step needed to make your move happen flawlessly. We'll use this time to identify gaps and address them. Loan programs, renovation projects, and we'll identify features in your home that make your place unique. For renters, with this information, I could set you up on a property alert months in advance so that you can get notified of new places as they come available. You've probably seen it, and you're probably frustrated that there's so many units out there right now on Zillow or Trulia being rented the same day or even before they're posted on public sites. Do you ever wonder why you can't seem to find a place? It's because public sites like Zillow and Trulia, Realtor.com, get their information sometimes days later. So if you want the best place, you have to set yourself up for success. And so for my buyers, with this information, we begin the home search process. Now, the method that I like to use takes a short while to get things set up, but usually brings crystal cut results that my clients are just super happy with. Now, instead of changing things up, I just improve on it. And for my sellers, you're my favorite category. I'm sorry, everyone. You guys get the most love, so much that I really can't just share all my secrets on YouTube. Hey guys, so if you loved this video, check out this playlist here that will get you ready and primed for all things Chicago. I cover everything on what it's like to work, eat, sleep, play, live, and this beautiful city. So if you never want to miss another live tour or any of my videos, be sure to smash that subscribe button. So until next time guys, I'll catch you later.